This is Michael Garcia on location at the Keene City Hall, where we are awaiting Jesse Maloney's arraignment at 10:30. Apparently some events transpired the night before which resulted in Jesse Maloney being arrested. Kind of sketchy on details. What seemed to have occurred was an activist outside was being harassed by the police, called for help, and then Jesse and Ryan ran outside, and Jesse, as he was running outside, apparently was carrying a shotgun, and as soon as they saw the police was outside, dropped the shotgun immediately, and both Jesse and Ryan went to the ground. And that's where details get a little fuzzy. They weren't very clear to Ryan as to the reason why Jesse was arrested. And when we got here at 9 o'clock, we were told that the arraignment hadn't even been scheduled. Apparently there had to be a special arraignment made since this is Christmas Eve. So activists are waiting upstairs in the lobby of the courtroom, waiting for the prosecutor and the judge to get here. So that's all I have to report for now. Tune in. That's your Free State Report.
All right. Thank you. Have a seat, please. All right, Mr. Maloney?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Judge Burke. I'm in the Keene District Court. We're in the conference room where we have the video equipment, but the courtroom is temporarily open, even though the court's closed today, so there are other folks observing the proceedings outside. I have two complaints for Mr. Maloney?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, there's two complaints here. One is, they're both Class A misdemeanors. One is called obstructing government administration. The allegation is that you used intimidation by walking towards Officer English of the Keene Police Department while holding a firearm by the pistol grip with the barrel pointed or oriented in the officer's direction with the purpose of disrupting his performing an official function, investigating a possible motor vehicle violation. The other one is a common law contempt, alleging that you knowingly violated an order of the Keene District Court dated October 17th, ordering you not to commit a federal, state, or local crime on release. You're pleading not guilty to each of these?
I am, sir. I would just like to point out, though, that I've been in the state's custody for over 12 hours now, and I have not been able to speak to my attorney. I was taken straight to Westmoreland. I wasn't even processed. They didn't have an ID and take my fingerprints.
Oh, that's a different issue. So are you going to ask for a lawyer to be appointed for you, or are you going to hire your own?
I'm going to hire my own, sir, but if I speak in my defense for a moment...
You'll have your opportunity. What we're going to do is, first I'm going to listen to the State Attorney McLaughlin, the city prosecutor is here, and I'm going to listen to a bail recommendation from him. Then I'll hear from you about the bail question, and I'll make a bail order, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your recommendation?
I would be for $2,000 cash, Your Honor, and bail before the court to set conditions if he is able to post the $2,000 cash. In addition to what has been alleged in the motion for determination of probable cause, which is essentially that Mr. Maloney was walking towards Officer English, who was engaged in conducting a motor vehicle investigation, with this gun held by the pistol grip, although not pointed directly at Officer English. He was walking towards him with it pointed towards the ground and oriented in his general direction. After his arrest, Mr. Maloney, when he was being transported to the jail, became verbally abusive.
Objection! I was not reading my Miranda warning. I don't think any of that can be held. I can't. That shouldn't even be admissible at this point.
You'll have an attorney, and your attorney can argue those things. This is a bail hearing right now, and I'm not going to let you interrupt the presentation. I'm not going to let the prosecutor interrupt you either.
I apologize. My apologies in that case.
He was verbally abusive towards Officer English, and at one point, as described in the report, he threatened to slash the tires on his car, the police car, and then further elaborated that he was going to find out where Officer English lived, slash the tires on his car, his wife's car, and that he would set it on fire. The report indicates that Maloney also stated that he had hoped that I was killed, and elaborated this point by saying something to the effect that he did not care if I stopped a rape or other violent crime. He just hoped I was dead and would be glad about it. This during the transport of Mr. Maloney to the jail. In addition, Mr. Maloney at one point had a permit to carry a concealed weapon. That permit was revoked by the police department, based in part on Mr. Maloney's statements made or attributed to him on a website indicating that he would not hesitate to engage in violent acts towards authority figures. So, based on those factors, the conduct in question and his conduct after his arrest, I think some sort of cash bail is necessary to assure the safety of the community.
All right, Mr. Maloney, the state's made some a recommendation for cash bail. They've made some representations in support of that. Now, you don't have a lawyer with you now. I will tell you that anything you say about the case could be used against you, but you're certainly welcome to say anything you want to. I'm only interested in hearing about the bail recommendation and your response to it.
All right, in that case, I would like to point out the egregious violation of my rights when I was not read a Miranda warning.
You don't have, Mr. Maloney,
I'm just saying that
Mr. Maloney, Miranda warnings are overrated.
Wow.
In the sense that you do not
those
have
rights.
to read your Miranda rights under every circumstance.
That is true.
If there's anything that you said, it has to be custodial interrogation. Your lawyer will explain that to you. If there's anything you want to say, but some people can go all the way to long prison terms without ever having their Miranda rights read to them, and those are valid outcomes.
Well, okay, in that case, I just want to point out that someone was screaming help. It turned out to be Stone. I was in my apartment last night. I was mugged 2 weeks ago, and I had $180 taken from me. And I thought, my God, somebody's getting mugged again. I went downstairs with my firearm, but it did not have any ammunition. It did not even have a magazine in it. There is no ammunition in that firearm. They have no ammunition from it. It was used to deter. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody. I didn't even realize there was a police officer out there until like maybe I was out there for 2 minutes. It was dark out. It was 10 o'clock at night. I was tired. I only heard someone screaming help, and I thought, I just don't want to see someone get hurt. And listen, I want nothing to do with freaking anymore. I'm trying to get out of the state. I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to keep my nose clean because I know I've got that court date coming up, and I just want to get out. Like, I'm done. This was a bad idea coming here. I'm just finished with Keene. I really don't know what else to say.
Is there an apartment number?
Here's all the people that came out for Jesse.
All right.